Vidya, Balan. I just have to say that every single role you take, you push boundaries, not just for actors, but also for women across the world, proving every single time that only you can pull off such characters with such ease and aplomb. Ladies and gentlemen, a strong round of applause for a national award winner right here with us. Vidya, talk to us about Maya. Your character seems to have shades of grey.
Yes, which is why, if I may say so, the first time Suresh narrated the script to me, I loved it. But I said, I can't do it. I didn't have the guts. Then the pandemic happened and something changed. I think it changed all of us in a very deep way, in ways that we don't even understand. And then one day when I was having a chat with Suresh, and he told me he's reworked that script, we were just talking generally. And I said, I'd like to hear it again. I knew I wanted to do it now, but I didn't want to tell him that in case, I just wanted to read it again and be sure. And I read it and I said, okay, I'm on. Because, I've had the good fortune of playing beautiful characters throughout my career, but I think this is the first time, like you said, I get to delve into the gray. And I think I was willing to embrace the gray in me, which is why I could do this. And, who better to do it than Suresh? Because I would trust Suresh blindfolded. If he told me it's ab to raat hai, I would believe him. Which is why I think there's a lot more I want to say, but you'll have seen the trailer and hopefully you'll have liked it. We didn't quite hear the reactions backstage. How did you like the trailer? Love it. Only one person has loved it. No, we need to hear some tali, yaar. Come on, 2 saal baad hum log bahar nikle hain, hum sab. No, thank you. But it's a fascinating, it's a very gripping drama with elements of thrill, and I can't wait for everyone to watch it. I'm just super thrilled that I'm part of this. And I got to work with Shefali for the first time, someone whose work I've loved and admired forever. And you'll have to take the mic out of my hand now, because otherwise I'm just going to keep going on.
No, we'd love to hear you talk as always.
Thank you for your kind words.
No. Hold on to that mic, because it is time for me to open the floor for some question and answers. We have our volunteers who will pass on the mic to you if you'll just raise your hand.
Thank you.
Vidya, be it an off character like Dirty Picture, be it Kahani and be it Sherni, you exuberantly perform every character. This one, as you said, it's grey. I also feel it is a complex character. You're doing it, and very intense. You're doing it for the first time. What do you have to say?
Yeah, I think it is different from any character I've played before this, because it's not easy to read Maya. She's quite, what's the word? She's, you just don't get a sense of who she is really. She's very withdrawn, she's very reserved, she's very, very confident woman, but you don't know what's going on inside her mind. So you're absolutely right about the complexity and the intensity. And that's the joy, to explore a character which is akin to nothing I've done before. I love exploring different facets of of the human personality and human behavior, and I got a lovely chance in this one.
2 women carrying the, film on their shoulders. It seems great. And do you agree, grey sells?
Do I agree, great sells?
Grey.
Grey?
Yours is grey character.
Firstly, I want to say that, yes, there are 2 women carrying this film, but...
और कांटे की टक्कर होगी दोनों में, माशाल्लाह, बहुत बढ़िया.
Inshallah. But there are also, if not for Vikram Malhotra, there would be no Jalsa. And, a big thank you to him for Jalsa. And I've done Shakuntala and Sherni with Abundant Shah again, but I have to say, we did our film Kahani together, released 10 years ago on this date, so it's very, very special. But, so I think it's team effort. I see this as a human story and not just about a story helmed by 2 women. This you know, these two women could have been men. But importantly, I'm glad he wrote it with two women and with Shefali and me in mind. No complaints there. But I think Grey is, you asked me if Grey sells. Grey sells? Yes.
Anybody else with a question?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi everyone. Very happy Women's Day, Vidya, Shefali and Bhavna, because we celebrate Women's Day every day. It
Yes,
was not
thank
just
you, and to you
yesterday.
too.
Thank you so much. I am Pooja Saman, by the way, let me introduce you. I would like to ask Vidya, usually each film carries a social message and social relevance. I saw this trailer, it's very much engaging, loved it, and congratulations to all of you. But
Thank you.
please tell us, let me know what is that thing, that social relevance and social message we can see in this film.
You know, there's never an attempt to put out a message. पर अगर फिल्म देखने के बाद आपको लगा कि अच्छा, maybe there's a layer that you relate to or connect with, that's a bonus for us. We are just telling a story about people. And that's what it is. So, you know, hopefully you'll get something that, I'm not going to call it a message, या आपके दिल को छू जाए, बस यही उम्मीद करते हैं.
नहीं, लेकिन अगर इसी मैं भावना शर्मा, नव भारत. अगर इस का जो ट्रेलर है वो देखा जाए, जो शेफाली जी का कैरेक्टर है, अगर हम अंतर्राष्ट्रीय महिला दिवस या इंटरनेशनल वीमेंस डे की बात करें, तो इसमें सिर्फ वो औरतें नहीं हैं जिन्होंने लड़ाई ऊपर की, यानी शबाना आजमी जी हों या मीरा नायर हों, इस्मत चुगताई हों या फिर महाश्वेता देवी. इसमें वो औरतें भी थीं जो रोटी की लड़ाई के लिए सड़कों पे उतर आई. पोलैंड में, अमेरिका में बहुत ऐसी औरतें थी. तो जो शेफाली जी का कैरेक्टर है, जब वो बोलती है कि तो मुलगी थी तो क्या उसको ठोक देंगे, तो जो वो औरत है उसको, आपका जो कैरेक्टर है माया, उसको जरूरत नहीं है अपनी चीजों की पैरवी करवाने की. लेकिन वो जो कैरेक्टर है जो शेफाली जी ने प्ले किया है, उसको उन औरतों को ऊपर लाने के लिए या उनको इक्वल बनाने के लिए जो अपने हक के लिए लड़ सके, उसके लिए इस फिल्म में क्या है?
शेफाली, आई थिंक सबके लिए इस फिल्म में कुछ ना कुछ है. ना सिर्फ उस तरह की औरत के लिए, ना सिर्फ रुखसाना जैसी औरतों के लिए, ना माया जैसी औरतों के लिए, हम सब के लिए ये फिल्म है. You know, हाँ, इन दो किरदारों के द्वारा ये कहानी कही गई है, पर मैं मानती हूँ कि इस कहानी से सब कनेक्ट कर पाएंगे, और ना सिर्फ इस देश में पर दुनिया भर में. इसीलिए वी आर सो हैप्पी टू बी पार्टनरिंग विद Amazon Prime Video, क्योंकि 240 देशों में ये फिल्म लोग देख पाएंगे. इट इज़ अ यूनिवर्सल स्टोरी, और it has something for everyone, even for the men, importantly for the men.
Shefali, would you like to add
Hi
something?
Vidya, this is Rajiv here.
Hi.
It's fabulous to meet you again live.
Yes, similarly. Hi, Rajiv.
Yeah. My question is for both of you, Shefali and you. Firstly, congrats for the trailer and hope to
Thank
have
you.
an equally great film. But I want to know, probably, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time that you are pitted against an equally powerful actor, you know, female actor. So how did you exactly, enhance each other's performances, if both of you can answer? While acting together, while doing a scene together.
I'd like to say one thing. I mean, I've been very lucky to work with actors who've all been incredible. As far as Vidya is concerned, I admire her and adore her tremendously. And I really wish, when I look at her, you know, there are qualities of her, I could be 1/10 of it. When you have an actor of this caliber opposite you, it only makes you richer as an actor. It helps you grow. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of scenes together, but also Rukhsana and Maya they're not exactly in sync. There is a divide between them. And I'm not talking about the class or the financial divide. I'm just talking about the way the story pans out. But just the fact that I could be with her and perform alongside her, it makes me richer as an actor because I feed off actors opposite me, and when there's somebody so rich, it just makes it, I mean, that's why I go to work, I guess. I feed off people around me. And I'm going to take this opportunity to say yes, we both are sitting on stage, but trust me, every single actor in this film is incredible, is just something else. I mean, there were scenes I had where I would just be watching the person in front of me. Just amazing, amazing cast and fantastic actors. So I mean, I think I was just lucky to be surrounded with such rich and intense and immense talent.
Thank you for all that you said, Shefali. But I have to say, I've also had the good fortune of working with actors who've brought out the best in me, because acting is about reacting, but there is only one Shefali Shah. And please, that deserves a round of applause.
So sweet you are.
No, it's true, because I have watched her since I first faced the camera with her in a television show, and I don't think she remembers, but it was really her scene. We were, a bunch of playing college students. This was my first ever TV show, and I remember being mesmerized watching her. And since then, everything that she's done, and I can actually enumerate her filmography for you, because that's how I've watched her. Like, I've admired and loved her forever, and it was an absolute honor to be sharing screen space with her. I just hope we get more opportunities, because Suresh, you didn't give us enough scenes. Yeah, but like Shefali also said, this film is wonderful is full of wonderful actors, and we can't wait for you to meet each one of them.
Hi, the list goes on and on. So what are the factors that, attract you, or what are the factors that, made you believe in these subjects all throughout? And what is the idea behind bifurcating the subjects for theatrical and OTT for you?
Hi, Mesh, your first question first. I've never looked at stories as male-centric or female-centric or hero-driven or heroine-driven. I've always looked at them as stories, and if they're compelling, they need to be told. If you look at the room around us, if you look at your own fraternity, we aren't answering questions basis a question from a female journalist or a male journalist. Life doesn't divide it that way. I will say this though on record. I have been extremely fortunate and blessed that stories with strong women characters find me, and it's not the other way around. So whether it be some of the amazing work that you've noted, and it is amazingly coincidental and nothing else that our last few years filmography reads like Shakuntala Devi, Durgamati, Sherni, Chori, Jalsa. The show that we are producing is called Hush Hush, directed by Tanuja Chandra. A proud fact, we have 5 directors that happen to be women who are live in our slate at the same time. So I'm not governed by different economics of films with women in the lead. I think it's just strong characters backed by great storytellers and partners like Amazon that allow us to do the work that we do. And there is no filter that we cut through like this. This is our 5th film which will premiere directly on a streaming platform. Coincidentally, all 5 have been on Amazon Prime Video. Stories find their mediums, just like how they find their audience. What better opportunity than to give access to such amazing stories, especially Jalsa by Suresh, that it goes simultaneously to the world. I mean, Vidya and I experienced this in our first such outing in Shakuntala Devi, where all of a sudden we were getting feedback from Poland. Her performance and the film was being raved about by audiences in Southeast Asia. So there are films that do tend to resonate better on certain mediums of personal consumption or at appointment consumption on the other hand. The distinction for us is again stories find their mediums. I'm a huge fan of theatrical releases. We have a couple of big ones lined up, but I think we like to go where our audience is, and Jalsa is an example of that.
And my second question is to Mr. Manish. So, you know, in theatrical medium, we have seen that the content creation for theater, it happens on Friday to Friday basis. Like every Friday, there is a new release. How does it work for OTT platform in terms of having a calendar for the particular month? Like what is the strategy of having content that caters to audience in a month?
So we look at stories and we look at, you know, finding good stories irrespective of the timing of the story. You know, it's not that we're going to look for, you know, filling a calendar. You know, for theatrical and other mediums like television, you're probably programming for a slot, but for us, we're programming to a consumer that's looking for content that, you know, they can relate to, they can talk about, they hopefully, you know, and they hopefully like it. And and we serve content in 10 languages, you know, in 9 Indian languages and English. We've got content across movies and series. We've got stand-up shows. And amongst this variety of content that we offer, I think it's still at the heart of it, it is, you know, finding good stories, whether it comes directly on our service. And we've done that in the pandemic where, you know, it's been, the endeavor has really been to bring cinema in your living room in a safe manner. We've premiered over 50 films in the last 18 months, and we continue to do films even post-theatrical, you know. So between all of that, I think, you know, our heart still lies in great stories, and we'll find the right time to tell them. But yeah, hopefully they're all just great stories.
Hi guys, Shravan from Ismaili here. Suresa, my question is to you. Here, on your left side, here. First of all, congratulations on the trailer. It looks fab.
Thank you.
You worked with Vidya in 2017 on Tumhari Sulu. How is it working with her on Jalsa, and what was that one aspect about Vidya and Shefali that you'd rediscovered while you were shooting for Jalsa?
So, working with Vidya in 2017 and again working in 2021, it's become even more addictive now. Okay, so that's there. Now let me come to the point that what is the common part into it. In fact, my life making this film, I think we started shooting this film in August, July, August. Through and through, I've been surrounded by question mark, all the question marks, okay. Both of them, to my right and my left, they're exactly question banks. It's like as if you made a mistake by writing a script, the amount of questions they throw at you. Coupled with my team, with my DOP and my editor and my associate and everyone, okay, my writer. So I have just been, a barrage of questions have been thrown in. And the best part about working with them is the amount of involvement. See, there was a day I remember, like, I was shooting a scene with Rohini ji. Rohini ma'am is here. Please, a big round of applause for Rohini Hatangadi ma'am. She's here. 3 of them were there on the set. And I had no other goal. How do I even pretend that I'm going to direct them? So I just took a break outside, came back, and I said, all I wanted that day to pass by and say that I shouldn't look like a fool. So I got away that day. So that's my thing. I mean, it's absolute pleasure to work with both of them, the amount of involvement that they show. So that's the common point, guys.
We'll do the last couple of questions because, as always, we're running short of time.
Hello. Hi Vidya ma'am. Hi Shefali ma'am. सबसे पहले आपको जलसा के लिए ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं। जैसा कि आपकी फिल्म जलसा होली के मौके पे रिलीज हो रही, तो जाहिर सी बात है इस होली पे खूब जलसा ही जलसा होगा। मैं आप दोनों की इस बार की प्लानिंग के बारे में जानना चाहूँगा। होली के क्या कुछ जलसा करने वाली हैं?
I have a plan for 18th night we are dropping.
17th night.
I have a plan. मैं 18 तारीख को I'm going to sit with popcorn and samosa and malpua and मैं picture देखूंगी. I swear that is my plan of action. मैं कुछ दोस्तों को बुलाऊंगी और हम लोग ज़मीन पे बैठ के पिक्चर देखेंगे. That's my plan for Holi.
और
I'm
एक दूसरे
very
पे
sorry.
रंग भी लगा देना.
हाँ ठीक
तो
है.
हो गया ना
हाँ,
फिर.
but it doesn't matter. I'm just interested in watching the film.
No, I really hope it is a celebration. Firstly, we haven't celebrated Holi in 2 years. So I think this year Holi is going to be big. It's going to be bigger for us because of Jalsa, inshallah. So yeah, hoping for the best, yeah. I hope it's a true Jalsa in every sense of the word.
Hi, this is Keyul from Sinistan. My question is for Vidya ma'am.
Hi,
Firstly, it's a fantastic trailer. It's very thrilling.
Thank you.
And it's a coincidence that the trailer of this thriller is released on the day your iconic thriller Kahani completed 10 years.
Yes.
So how do you look back at the film? How do you look back at these 10 years of the post-Kahani phase?
No, honestly, I was doing some interviews when I was told, you know, it's 10 years to Kahani, and I couldn't believe it. It feels like yesterday. It's a film that, you know, every film is special to me, but I still remember every single day of shoot on that film. And, you know, I was just telling Vikram, like we were waiting outside, we had a screening at one of the theaters on the day of release, and we were waiting outside for the film to complete so that we could come in and meet real audiences. And 10 years, my God, but that film has given us so much, and we will forever be grateful for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies
Hello.
and gentlemen.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a question for this session.
My question is, hi, Vidya ji,
Hi.
Shefali ji.
Hi.
Long time when you entered the stage, you really boosted us
Yeah.
by anchoring. For 2 years we are meeting.
Yeah.
So my question is that you get yourself molded in every role, whatever role you get, and you really do it well. Today your style statement, you're getting 80s and 90s back in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's really one thing. And questions to Suresh ji, sir. The poster what you have shown, Vidya ji's and the Shefali ji's, can you elaborate on that poster? What it means?
18th March. मेरे भी ऐसे ही बंदे मुंह. So yeah, there is an incident. I mean, jokes apart, कहानी एक इंसिडेंट होती है और वो जैसे मैं उसको हमेशा हब एंड स्पोक स्टोरी बोलता हूँ, वो सबको अफेक्ट करती है, सारे किरदारों को. So this particular poster is a kind of a metaphorical representation that कुछ एक इंसिडेंट होता है वो जो दोनों को अफेक्ट करते हैं और भी एक्टर्स हैं जिनको जितने कैरेक्टर्स सबको अफेक्ट करते हैं. So it's just a metaphor for that. More of it only when you watch the film. एकदम. Hmm. 18 March.
You've got your blindfolds on till the 18th of March. After that, they will allow you to remove those blindfolds where you can enter the world of Jalsa. Thank you very, very much. A warm round of applause once again to the entire team of Jalsa. Thank you so much for being so patient in answering all these questions. We'll give you a moment for the photo opportunity. I request you to please stand up for a group photo opportunity. Can we take away the chairs, please?
And there are a couple of reasons why I believe this is going to be another, gem in the mix here. The first is I think we share a common vision between Abundancia and Amazon Prime Video to tell very compelling and nuanced stories. These are local characters, local stories, and we've always believed, the more genuine and the more compelling a story and the more rooted a story is, the more global we can make it. And that's what we're here to do. We truly believe this is a story that's going to become global and drive conversation around the world. The third thing is, I think, again, the direction with Suresh. I'm a big fan, and this is another one that's going to, be keeping us at the edge of our seats. And last but not the least, like the cast with Shefali and with Vidya. I mean, we could have not dreamed of a better team, and here it is, and we are super thrilled, to take this story to the world.
Fantastic. Like you said, think local, act global is truly your mantra for Secret. And that's the secret of success. But moving forward, actually picking off from whatever you said, my next question is to Mr. Suresh. How did you pull off this coup? Two of the finest actors of this generation coming together, sharing screen space for the very first time. Vidya and Shefali. You pulled the rabbit out of the hat. Talk to us.
Made Tumhari Sulu in 2017. Okay, so 5 years have to be worth it. All I wanted, I realized that you have fantastic actors, then your story will only look better. Vidya, I got spoiled working on Tumhari Sulu, and I was very sure that I'm going to work with her the next time. And then, of course, I was always Shefali's fan. Then started her work, and then all my process starts with what if. I'm not this born cinephile or something. For me, it's mostly like what if. That's where a story starts. And then I said to myself, Vidya Balan, Shefali Shah, Vidya Balan. Sounds like a plan. Let's write a story. So that's how it happened.
Sounds like a plan.
Absolutely.
No, but the fact that you managed to convert that plan into reality is amazing.
My bread and butter still lies in advertising. I sell. No, it was a dream come true. In fact, it was one of the most smoothest process per se, minus the pandemic and all of that. But both of them were very, very warm to the script. And I did con them and just got into the process because I knew that you can make movies, but can we make some good memories and go into history? And the best way to go is having some two living legends out here in my film. What better can I expect, man? As simple as that.
Movies, memories, and magic. That's what we all live for, right? Shefali, I have to say, for everybody here as well, and all your fans across the world, that if there's one actor who can talk without using words, talk only with her eyes, it is you.
Thank you.
Tell us about Rukhsana. She seems to be somebody who has pretty much nothing to lose, but is really struggling to make ends meet. Yet, she seems to have a very powerful soul. What sort of attracted you to her?
Well, when Suresh called me and he gave me a one line of it, he sent me the script immediately. It was a working draft, and I read it the very same evening, and I spoke to him the next morning, and I said yes. It was a no-brainer, really. It was just so beautiful, and I could see so much potential in the film, and not doubting my director at all. I've been a huge fan of Suresh's work, but just there were so many nuances and layers, and just the conversation with Suresh, I knew that he could see through all of them, and he could sense through all of it. Rukhsana is, in fact, I don't see her someone who's trying to make ends meet. I see her very comfortable in her place. She's aspirational. She has a very strong point of view, to a point of being stuck at times. And she wants to make her aspirations come true for her kids. And like any other mother, she's fiercely protective about them. And like you very correctly said, she has nothing to lose. So yeah, that's what Rukhsana is.
Fantastic. We really can't wait to watch your magic come alive on screen. And next, one of my absolute favorites,